Well, howdy diddly dandy there, Chums, 'tis I, Captain of the Steves, and I'm back inside the No Man's Sky, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of purple systems. Well, I say a couple, it depends how big the actual system is. If it's got a lot of planets, we might only be doing one system. But, well, we'll have a look, see, shall we? I mean, last week we came across a system that only had 2 planets, so we ended up doing 2 systems last week. But anyway, let's hit on up the actual warp map, shall we, people inside the universe, and let's see where today's shenanigans takes us. So we're inside of the 905, and we're looking for a purple star. Let's have a look for a purple star. Are you Pep Hill? Oh, it's a pirate-controlled area. Shall we go there? I think we shall. Oh yeah! We've got quite a large planet there with a moon, actually 2 moons, and then a couple of extra additional planets. Well, let's say a couple. We've got 3. We've got 3 additional planets, so there's, 4 planets, 2 moons. Let's go and have a look-see, shall we? Could be that we're just doing the one system this week, chums. Oh yes, hello Cap, my full game save crashed. Ah, says Cryptozoologist. Salutamondo, Cryptozoologist, for becoming a member. Very good of you, sir. I haven't updated my end credits as yet, but I will get around to it. I might even get a chance to do it tomorrow. We shall see. We've got Waskety Wabbit in the house. Let's go, Cap. Let's do that. Let's get wired in. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, this was discovered by Dark Hellboy. Nice. Yeah, well, let's head on out. Now, I did come here in my lovely Corvette, and so we'll be flying out in the Corvette today, chums. Lovely. Beaming aboard. And this is my logo ship, Corvette. And let's take on off. Up-a-chow! Who else we got in the house? We've got George Hadley, Old Explorer. Hello there, Ed. And we've got Deaf Jester, Richard Anderson, and Santos, also known as Eugene. Just to show you my ship, chums. Here we go. Let's put the sun up there. There we go. The 905 logo shippity ship. As you can see, it matches my ship coloration to my freighter coloration. In fact, every single one of my frigates is also red and black as well. Yeah, took me a while. All right. So let's just put things into perspective a little. I have actually done everything I possibly think I can do inside of No Man's Sky. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't scan the planets, did I? Oh well, you know what? That adds to an extra layer of surprise, doesn't it? Unless they've all been discovered by Dark Hellboy, which they have. So we've got an ancient bones planet right here. That looks quite cool. We're going to go and have a look at that. A nuclear decaying planet with ancient bones. Freaking wonderful. I'm not too sure whether I would have that charted as a holiday destination, but you know, I've been to worse places. Okay, right, I live in the UK. The choice of worse places is quite vast. Let's go. There we go, boom. We've got Shanna the Grey. I wish I knew how to find paradise planets in purple systems. Hi, Cap and Chat. How to find paradise planets in any system is fairly straightforward. So all you do, I'll show you if you like, you go over to your catalogue and you go on over to your materials and items, and then you go to plants, and all you do is you select the star bulb. The only trouble is what this will do is it would find the nearest system to where you are that has star bulb, and it might not always be a purple system. It'd be any system, so it's still random chance. So you're quite right. It is still a little bit awkward to find them inside of a purple system. They're out there. They're out there. They are there, I guess. Coffee Chaos. Hi, Captain and Chat. Well, hello there, Coffee Chaos, a.k.a. Super Sucker Bear, Death Trooper. Mafia. Hi, all. Well, hello there, Mafia. And we've also got Alan Dale. Hello there, Alan Dale. Inside this Corvette, it feels like a normal starship. It doesn't feel like I'm in anything larger, to be honest. When you're in the cockpit, it's quite misleading, isn't it? I mean, when you first get your Corvette, yeah, they sort of like handle like a brick on a rope. But this is actually handling quite nicely. It feels like any of my other fighters, to be honest. Right, well, let's just hover here, because we can do that inside of these. And we can just use the teleporter to go down to the planet's surface. Now, although that I like this big red button, you know what I'd like? I would like a hab that looks like, you know, the teleporters inside a Star Trek. That would be quite cool. And you can just stand on them and hit beam me down. And then maybe, you know, rather than have this thing, I mean, this is quite cool. I mean, that on the ship would look quite cool as a teleporter, wouldn't it, you know? But yeah, it'd be nice if you had a portable teleporter device. Beam me up, I guess. A little bit like the, you know, the orbital uplink. But call it a Corvette uplink, you know? And you can just beam straight aboard your Corvette whenever you fancy. I think that'd be pretty darn freaking cool. Well, look at those trees swaying in the breeze. Breezy treesy. Breezy treesy. Yeah, right, let's have a look. Oh, my days. What have we got over here? I forgot my ship was right above me. Okay, let's have a little gallivant around. Gallivanting time! It's one of these planets that's got evil sentinels on. I'm not seeing much of the wildlife. I'm not seeing much of the wildlife here at all. I've only managed to find 2 of the creatures. Not much is spawning in. Well, let's see how many creatures frequent a planet as wonderful as this. There's 11 here, apparently. Well, where are they all? Oh, most of them are underwater. That's where they are. All right, well, we've got this little guy. This guy has got skin parasites. And I think cryptozoologist was the first in, wasn't there? So we go. Crypto... Oh, it's cryptic. I've been calling you crypto all the time. There we go. Cryptic zoologist. Well, I've just learned something new. There you go. You got yourself a lovely little demonized beetle. I mean, he looks quite sinister, this guy. I mean, look at his teethy pegs. Look at them gnashers. Yeah, and he's got a frickin' unicorn horn made out of frickin' ruby. Ruby, 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 ruby. Ah. Cool. And we got this guy. It's a hybrid species. A hybrid species. And who's next then? Let's have a quick look see. Oh, Wascally Wabbit. Well, it's got rabbit type ears, so that kind of works, doesn't it, Wascally Wabbit? There you go. Oh, look, your name is already pre-fabricated. I like it when that happens. It means you're a regular as well. Lovely jubbly. Hybrid species. Right, let's see if anything else has spawned in the time that I've been chatting away. No. Well, the creatures on this planet are quite elusive. They can remain elusive, because I don't like this planet. This planet is pretty darn freaking harsh. Luckily, I'm in creative mode, so it's not eating my skin, but I'm sure it would do if I wasn't in creative mode. It hasn't got much going for it, this planet, has it, when it comes to world design? Okay, well, let's go and have a look at the discoveries. We might as well go check out its moons, though, while we're here. We go to this fropping moon. It's only got oh, I think we might as well give that a miss, to be fair. Actually, I think it's going to have at least one alien species on there. We're going to have a look. It might have droids. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it, if it's got droids on there? Oh, I don't want to interact with the map. Yeah, let's go. Lovely jobs. Have we had anybody else that have joined us on this epic adventure? We've got Miyogi1. Good day, all. Hello there, Captain Steve, Wolverine. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're well after the bank balance, Bista. I didn't buy anything at Bista Village. Not a dot, not a dime spent. I mean, Ivy got a few things, but I didn't spend anything. And she bought the things herself, so, you know, whatever. She'll probably do some sort of shopping thingy, I don't know, video over on her. She's already put live a video, though, anyway. It's mainly to show people... Her Bista Village videos on her channel do quite well. A lot of ladies watch it to see whether it's worth going. So that's it. I'm not giving you the glyphs, Copy Chaos, not until I'm finished in this system, because I know what you'd do. You'd just rock up here and go to every planet and name every freaking beastie after something you like. Because, yeah, I'm not... No. Get back. Yeah, and I give you the coordinates after I'm done. Sweet. I'm going to call you. Sweet, got RJ Tablet in the house. Daniel Hipley. Hello there. Lovely. Let's head on down. Let's see what we can name. Oh, I landed this time. Normally I just do beaming downy type stuff, I guess. Oh, man. And the reason I do beaming downy type stuff is because this little trapdoor here is a bit of a trap sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't open all the way, and you get stuck. It's a bubbly, froppy planet. Yes, which means we might have a... Oh, look. We've got bioluminescent git bags. Nice. And birds. I thought we might only have one species on this planet. I've already found more to frickin' name than the previous planet I was on. This is good stuff. Lovely. What biomes would you guys like to see added into No Man's Sky? Biomes I'd like to see sentinel planets. I'd like to see a proper sentinel planet. So instead of having stones and trees and all that sort of stuff, it's got sentinel freaking pillars and columns and craziness all over it. I'd like a sentinelized or robotic autophagy type looking planet. That's what I would like to see. That's one biome I'd like to see. Another biome I'd like to see is maybe a coral type planet. So, you know, like underwater, you've got all the underwater biomes. It'd be nice to have all that sort of aquatic life, like all the plants and everything. But on the surface, there's actual plants here. No water, obviously. It's like a coral type-esque planet. Maybe there's a higher level of salt in the air or something. I don't know. But that'd be quite cool. They've got a biome like it in Monster Hunter. They've got Monster Hunter Worlds. They've got like a coral biome. That sort of thing I'm thinking of. Another one I'd like is like a tar pit or like an oil pit. Now they've got all these oily colours. It's like these bubbles. You see, like they're all bubbly, bubbly, lovely. It'd be nice to have like an oil-like planet that has these lovely bubbles, but also lakes just full of this shimmering fluid that looks a little bit like this, along with tar, you know. Another one, a dune-like planet, like a proper desert planet. I'm not on about like the cactus ones that we have now. We've got those. I'm on about proper dune planets, like we saw in the frickin' trailers years and eons ago, with frickin' giant worms that can actually attack you. That'd be frickin' great. Yeah, let's send them down here. I think that'd be quite cool as well. I think there's a few biomes they could still add in, to be fair. Can you please call something after my dog Jake? Yeah, okay, Crypto. All right, so let's have a quick look. See, well, we got this guy. I mean, that's not very dog-like. So Jake isn't gonna like that, and it has no bones. Dogs love bones, so that's not good. That's not a Jake. That is definitely not a Jake. Anyway, let's scroll on back up and let's see what we got. We can have this as a George Hadley, though. I think a George Hadley could work quite nicely with this. George of the Hadleys, George Hadley. I'm surprised you're not already in here, George Hadley. You know, being such a regular and all. I would have thought your name would have popped up within a lickety-split second. There you go. Boom. Right, we've got this one over here. Tongue parasites. Tongue parasites. And there's a glow-in-the-dark guy. You know what? This one could be a Jake, couldn't it? This one could be a Jake. Let's make the Jake the dog. Jake the dog. There you go. I will give the coordinates after I finish doing the last planet. I give the coordinates to this area at the end. And if you want to come here and discover all the creatures that I haven't discovered and name them after whatever you like, that's fine. Regularly shed skin. Okay. Well, we can go for Old Explorer on this one. There you go, Old Explorer. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Old Explorer is there, right? Old Explorer. I wonder if it does the AKA Ed bit. AKA... Let's see if I hit that. Does it do Ed? No! Oh, I would have thought it would have. There we go. There we are. Lovely jubbly. Moon Baby. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? I used to watch this thing called... Oh, what was it called? Something... Final Space. Final Space. And there was this little moon baby in there called Mooncake. And it could destroy planets. It was freaking good. And it was awesome, that cartoon. I really wish they'd bring it back. Yeah. Try and find it. It's called Final Space. You'll be glad you did. It's got No Man's Sky-esque type vibes. Anyway, I'm going to call this one Def Jester. I'm not doing all your bollocks with all your letters and numbers and stuff. I'll be here like forever. I'm just going to put in Def Jester like that, mate. There you are. Def Jester. Lovely. Jubbly. Yeah. Right, okay. What's this one here? Highly fertile. Highly fertile. Well, that's Richard Anderson. There you go, Richard Anderson. It does look kind of like a glow-in-the-dark freaking phallus. I mean, let's just say it as it looks, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Richard Anderson. Here we are. Bum, ba, dum, ba, dum. Richard Oh, we just got a new subscriber. Erasimi just subscribed. There we go. Anderson. Yes, hello there, Mr. Anderson. You've been living quite a double life, haven't you, Mr. Anderson? Hey, yes, Agent Smith. Lovely. Boom. Richard Anderson. And who is that new subscriber? You know what? I'm going to name this one after a skull full of holes, and we're going to call this after our new subscriber. There we go. Welcome aboard, new subscriber. You're being immortalised right now. There we are. Erasimi. There you are. Chickaboom. Chickapow! Considering it's an airborne creature and your name's Erasimi, it kind of works, doesn't it? We've got another glow-in-the-dark sort of like odd-looking thing. Okay, extremely... I have no idea what that is. Heterozygous. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds good, doesn't it? Right, okay, well, that's going to be Santos. 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 Boom. There you go, Santos. Okay, Eugene, but boom. Immortalised. There's only 2 to find there. They're both underground. They can stay underground. Trying to find underground dwellers is a git. It's a git and a half, isn't it? Right, okay. Lovely. But we can name this... Oh, no, we can't, because Dark Hellboy found it. Doesn't look like Dark Hellboy scanned many of the creatures. Shall we go to this one? We'll go to this dead moon. All right, let's see how dead it actually is. I think it is going to be fairly dead. I'm not expecting to find any creatures there. Now, what I like about this planet, it has got some very odd floating rocks. They're like giant freaking spuds. Look, they're all over the shop. Pretty darn freaking epic. Other than that, the fact that it's got alien life forms on here and bubbles has got a lot going for it. So far, this has been my favourite. Not that that's all that hard. Because let's face it, the first planet we went on was a bit of a dud, wasn't it? Okay. I thought that the first planet was going to be one of the better ones. Nope, nope, no it wasn't. Let's go. Up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear and send it soaring. Let's go fly a kite. Alright, where, oh, Jesus Christ. On a motorbike. There it is, over there. Zoom! And we're off. Diddly 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 dum. I guess. Sup, Captain Steve, says Mr. Zods. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. My whole family's poorly right now, though. Ivy's had this weird throat thing going on for like 2 months. She's got to have a hospital appointment. They're going to stick a microscope down her throat to find out what's going on. Some days she can hardly talk, which is a blessing. Not for her, but it's a blessing. And then my stepson, Lex, he's now got a terrible cough and he's really ill. So, yeah, there's that going on. We've got, look at this, 2 crashed freighters next to each other. That's a bit of a find, isn't it? Okay, well, let's just stop up here. Let's just jump on out the seat. Let's do a teleportation. Ah! Teleportation, teleportation. Oh, okay. Maybe we won't do a teleportation then. Oh, I'll get rid of that letterbox view. Now I can teleport. Yeah! Look at me, down by some rocks. I do like the eerie sound of these planets. If I was an astronaut and I landed on a moon, if it didn't make this sound, I'd be surprised. Yeah, I think this is what moons sound like in real life. What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon moons really sound like this? I mean, there's no wind and the sound is a vacuum, right? I mean, space is a vacuum. It's probably going to sound very silent in space, yeah? I don't know. I have no idea. Right, anyway, let's see if there's any creatures here. I don't think there will be because there's no atmosphere, right? The easiest way to check, Steve, is to look at your discoveries page. No fauna. Right, okay, we just wasted our time. Right, we're going to go to this one. I think I'm going to save that one till last. That one looks like the best. That one looks like the best. We'll save the best till last. We're going there. We're going to this one instead. And this one says it's a desolate planet. Oh, great. Let's just go see how desolate it is. Yay! Oh, hold on to your horses, people. This has just got exciting. Let's head on up. Right, there we are. And round we go. And over here. What's this? We've got Ahwawa. Oh, that's his name. I pronounced that perfectly fine. I asked because I saw a new video on YouTube where it shows that every Rephion in space have a hidden glass star, a shadow star. He shows proof via portals within receipts and info. Have you ever heard of these? Says Awawaha. I'm trying to look for your original post. There we go. Good evening, Captain Steve, and all fellow sky wanderers. Question: have you heard of the glass and shadow stars that exist with every region? I've heard of the shadow systems inside a No Man's Sky. So a lot of those shadow systems that were shadow systems are no longer shadow systems. They've been populated with purple star systems now. So on the what they're on about, just for anybody that's not out there. So if you haven't got your Atlantid drive right now, you don't see the purple systems, right? Well, as soon as you've got the Atlantid systems, these ones now appear. But you could get to them before by using shady methods and undergrounding methods to get to them. They've always been here, but they haven't always been purple systems. And they were known as the shadow systems before. And people would go here to build bases that nobody else could get to. And they were kind of protected because they were safeguarded because no one else could bloody get to them. And I'd imagine shadow systems are probably fairly similar, right? But no, I mean, if there are glass systems here, what do you mean by glass systems? Have they actually data mined and found new glass systems? Because what I was thinking with glass systems is, you know, that they ring fenced off, like the Galaxy 256 and a couple of other galaxies that remain invisible to players. I was wondering whether they would just drop in a sub-universe so you could access it from anywhere in some sort of ways or means, almost like a glass realm. That's what I thought they might do. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know whether they are actually ever going to bring in the realm of glass or the void. It might just remain a text adventure. It might just be text only. But it would make sense if they did add in another realm, especially now that we've got visitors from other realms, echoes of the autophages, and living ships, and also living frigates that all come from another realm. So yeah, that would make a little bit of sense, but you know, been saying this for quite some time now. I have the Atlantic Drive. Nice. Thank you for subscribing. Virtual Skies? Virtual Skies has just subscribed. Thank you, Virtual Skies, I guess. Very kind of thee. Let's head on down to this planet then. Let's see what we can find here. It does say that it's a desolate planet, or an airless planet, or whatever. There might not be anything here, including no atmosphere. But now that we're here, can I just go in? Oh no, I still have to get out the seat. Okay. You have to sort of like lift the tail, I mean the nose up slightly before you can get out the seat. But as soon as you're out the seat and you get out this letterbox view, look at that. No planetary fauna. That saved a couple of seconds, didn't it? Okay, right, let's come out of here then. Right, we're going to go to this planet now. It's a blighted planet, so we've got that one, and then the one that I'm saving till last. Let's hope that it's worth saving to last. It's a fungal mould planet with quartzite. Okay, right, well, everything's going to have quartzite here. It's a pebble system, Steve. Good point, Steve. Okay, right. The conversations I have with myself are some of the best. Okay, let's go. Zoom. Yes. Yes, I've watched that video too. Oh, okay. Nice. I've seen some people mention about the purple systems. I think Ghostlight done a video on the shadow systems and how to get there. I think I referenced it in one of my videos some time ago. Yeah. I don't know about the glass star systems. I know about the shadow systems, and other people call them phantom systems. Phantom systems and ghost systems and shadow systems I've heard of. But I haven't heard of glass stars. In fact, I don't think I've heard of a shadow star either. Different terminologies, maybe. So these shadows and glass systems are the redacted systems. He shows it via a portal they can be reached, but can't be warped to. He had one at the galactic centre. I was confused even more so. Okay, well, ages ago, Miyogi, who's inside the chat right now, he actually took me to one of these shadow systems. I have done videos on them in the past. Richard Compton just subscribed. People name them whatever the fudge they like. Because they're not really canon, people have come up with lots of different names for them, but I think we're talking about the same thing. Holy fudge, look at the storms in this planet. Oh, the storms are cool. And I like that the fact that the sky is green, the ground is green. This is worth a look, this one. All right. Okay, this, I like the blue lightning against that green background. That looks freaking freaky. This would have been a good planet for Halloween, wouldn't it? All right, well, let's beam down. Beam on down. Oh. It looked better from my ship. Okay. It looked more unique from my ship. I don't know why. And it looked cool with the lightning, let's face it. Now I'm down here, it's like, okay. What the fudge are you? Oh, it's like one of those skeleton creatures. Okay, let's have a look around. Let's see what else we can find. Well, I'm not seeing much else when it comes to wildlife on the first mini saute around. Let's just take in the actual... Aha! There we go. Let's have a quick look at the planet itself. It's not amazing, is it? But it's all right. I quite like... Oh, it looks good as it transitions today, doesn't it? Not bad, not bad. Okay, right, let's go in here. There's only 2 of 10 that I've managed to find here. So we've got this guy here. Recognises other species. That would have been better for Jake the dog, wouldn't it, that one? Let's have a look. Who was in after? Let's have a quick look. See. So I've done Death Jester, done Santost. We've got David Knight, Big Dave. Big Dave. There we go, Big Dave. Big Dave. Sweet. There you go, Big Dave. Lovely jubbly. Well, he's got a big body. I don't know what's happened to the head. The head's got very shrunken did. Okay, this thing's got 3 hearts, apparently. 3 hearts? Who was that one then? Let's have a look. Who was after Big Dave? We got Shanna the Grey. Nice. Shanna the Grey. Bam ba dum bam bam ba dum. Shanna the Grey. Oh, we just got Richard Compton has just subscribed. Well, Slutamondo, Richard Compton. Shanna the Grey. There we go. Shanna. I don't know whether that's going to pop up. Your names will appear in the credits at the end, hopefully. I say hopefully because if you've got like your subscribers as not public, then it doesn't. Okay, right. Yeah, let's have a little mini saute around. Any other creatures? Because apparently there's a load here that I haven't seen. It's probably because it's night time right now and they're all asleep. But it's not a bad planet. I mean, I like the storms. I don't think they're frequent enough. They should be permanent on this planet. Freaking nice though. It's all right. Hasn't got a lot of wildlife here. It's got a couple of shrooms. I still think maybe the bubble planet has been the best so far, hasn't it? I think the bubble planet so far has been the better one. All right, well, let's have a look at the one that I was thinking was best till last, which is this one over here. Gamma Root. Was that going to be good? Let's see. Let's roll the dice. This time I'm going to land on the light side of the planet, and hopefully we can get a few more creatures. And you know what? Rather than scrolling up, for this planet, I will do all the people towards that have just joined in the last, like, what, 20 minutes or so, whatever. And then I think I might do a little bit of a round of speculation on what I think is going to happen this week. Because I think that might be kind of semi-enjoyable. But I am quite conscious that when I went into camera mode earlier, the freaking portal code popped up just for a very small second, which means that you've probably got somebody booting up their console or their PC right now, eagerly trying to get to this planet before me, which would just suck. So I'm quite eager to get this done and dusted and off, to be fair. Right, there we go. Now, by the way, Griefers took over the Nexus over the weekend. I got a video of 3 players having a dogfight in ships inside the Nexus while also shooting players. It doesn't surprise me, people. I mean, yeah, sadly, it's the state of No Man's Sky at the moment. We got it's a different beast now, isn't it? And since they've introduced these corvettes, things have gone a little bit awry, shall we say. I am hoping that Hello Games fix it in due course. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Let's beam down to planet. Oh, I like the ground textures where I am right now. That's quite cool. I think this is the best or last. You know what I was saying? I'd like to see coral planets. Well, this isn't far freaking off, is it? That's really freaking groovy. Groovy, baby, groovy. Okay. Let's see what creatures frequent a world like this, I guess. Oh, we got this little guy. What happened to his head? Well, that's quite cool. All right. Anything else? Anything else? What have we got over there? What are you? I'm trying to scan you. Can't get him. All right. Let's see if it's anything similar but closer. What are you? Little spider creature. We got some birdies. Looks like a cat cross deer type looking thing. And I think that's about it. I think that's everything that we've got there, people. All right, well, let's go into the old Pokedex and let's start naming these things. So we've got this guy here, alluring pheromones. Well, here we go. Let's name this one Anomaly John. That kind of suits this guy. Anomaly John. I like that. Anomaly John with a head like that. I guess. There we go. Anomaly John. We got this guy. He's got 3 hearts. I'm going to be calling this one, I think, Scott Gust. If you haven't checked out Scott Gust's YouTube channel, please do. He's got a lovely voice, as Scott Gust, and some awesome content. The guy mods No Man's Sky in ways that I could only but dream. Made of stardust. This one here. You know, I'm going to call this one Miyogi. So there we go, Mr. Miyogi. There we are, Miyogi. Chickaboom! There we are. Lovely jubbly. And we got this one here that's got night vision. You know what? I'm going to call this one Ow Wow Wow. Since I get his name right every single time I say it. There we go. Ow Wow Wow. There you are. Done. There. A wahoo. No, I can't do your name. Actually, I got it right every time, even though that was a different pronunciation every time, right? Okay, there we go. Done. Right, well, that's that system kind of done. I mean, I could move on to a second system, but as I promised, I'll give you guys the portal coordinates now that I am done here. So there you go, portal coordinates on the screen. So Botum and Boatface, a Diplo, Triforce, Flux Capacitor. Oh, you know the symbols. There you are. Lovely jubbly. There you go. Lovely jubbly. So, you know what? Rather than just go sit on a chair and talk shite as I'm doing stuff, we could go to another purple system around here, couldn't we? And do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to another purple system. And let's see what's on the doors. George doors. Let's head on up here. Lovely. Let's jump to another purple system and let's see what's happening. Bless you, Captain Steve. I feel batty. Thinks my age. Lies. Okay, coolio. Pronounce it war. Oh, okay. War. There we go. Lovely. Thank you very much for breaking down the pronunciations of your name. War. There we go. Okay, right. So, just so, if I do get anybody try to follow me. There you go. Follow that, you git. Right, there we are. If you do manage to follow that, you that's kind of, yeah, well done. Right, there you go. Done. There you are. A designer tip for your base. If you scan luminous fish, you can use them for lights. They look amazing. Oh, what? Using the Wonders Projector? I bet they do, you know. That would give your home a little bit of a Japanese inspiration as well, wouldn't it? A little bit of feng shui. Hey, look at this. I just found a star-bound bramble planet. Somebody was saying they want to find a star-bound planet in a purple system. And I think I may have found one. Yeah, it's got purple waters as well, people inside the viewerverse. The only thing is, this is like a data unavailable system. Has it still got creatures on this? I don't know, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it has. We'll go down and have a look. Dream a dream. You gonna fly away? Ah, no. You guys come here to watch No Man's Sky being played badly. I know what you come here for. But then you also get so much more. Little sing-songs. Oh, look at the terrain here. Oh, this is freaking great. I like this myself. I like this. This is quite unique, right? There's no trees. There's just freaking rocks that look like they're covered in moss. Oh, I like this. And I like the fact it's got little hillocks, but then it's got these weird tubular terrain things. This is quite cool, isn't it? All right, we're landing. We're landing. I love your videos. Finally got a live show. Love the theme song, says Dirk Zamon. Well, thank you, Dirk Zamon. It's nice to have you here as well. Anyway, I said I was going to do a little bit of speculation around why I think the expedition's going to end in 3 days. Now, if you saw my video earlier, you probably know what I think already. I'm wondering whether Hello Games is going to do another free-to-play mini expedition. Make it free for like the duration of like 2 weeks or something. And do an expedition mainly focused around letting people build their own custom Corvette and get some really gnarly rewards. Because I think if people build their own gnarly Corvette that they fall in love with, and if they get some pretty gnarly rewards, they're going to think, this game's actually really good. I want to play it forever. And then they're more likely to shill out and pay full price for it, aren't they? I think that might happen. I think that could be on the cards. The only thing is, the sales on almost every platform have ended. But then, if you like the game enough, you probably would pay a little bit more for it anyway. So does it need to be on sale? I don't think it does. I kind of feel that that makes the most logical sense. If they're not doing that, then yeah, I'm going to be surprised whatever they do. But that's what my gut is telling me anyway. If I put on my business hat, that's what I would be thinking to myself. If I was Hello Games, that's what I would do anyway. Especially with the reduxes, like the revisits to all the expeditions that we've had this year, including the one that's been cut short. It kind of makes sense, because then people can just run it when it gets to the redux time anyway. So, no love lost. And by then, hopefully it's going to have all the patches it needs to actually work well. All right, well, let's start at the top of the list. This one is Scared of Mirrors. Oh, God, that's anybody over the age of 40 in the morning, isn't it? Yeah, shocked myself a couple of times. Right, here we go. Let's go into here. Let's name this one. I'm going to be calling this one Quick Freeze. I guess. Quick Freeze. That's a cool name, isn't it? It always spurs the imagination how people come up with their names online. I mean, that says Quick Frez, but you know, Quick Zero Frez, something like that. Anyway, who freaking knows? But there you go. You've been immortalised. Strongly radioactive. Oh, I like you. You're very cute, aren't you, with all your brambles? Yeah, a brambly little git. Okay, I'm going to call this one. There we go. I'm going to call this one a Malifia or something. What? Oh, it's double I, and there's no A. All right, well, that's just my dyslexic mind putting letters where they shouldn't be. It's weird. It tries to unjumble things always, my mind. There we are. Done. So we've got this guy, Tapeworm Host. Who was that person to say it was nice to catch me live? Ah, there we go. Doc Ezimon. There was a game that was supposed to come out called Dokev V, and it looked really quite cool. And then it just fell off the face of the earth. I don't know what's happened to it. Dokev V. I had my eye on it. It looked quite interesting. It almost looked like Pokemon, but it looked a little bit more real worldy. There was something I didn't like about it, though. It looked like you had to choose and play as like a kid. And I'm like a kid, not a teen or anything like that. Like a kid, which was a bit weird. And it might have been a bit weird, a 40-year-old guy playing as a kid. You know, maybe it wouldn't have been a good one for my channel. Tiny organs, but it looked graphically, it looked freaking sublime, you know? It looked really good. Tiny organs in this guy. I quite like the look of this one. This is pretty darn sweet. Here we go, let's have a look then. We're going to call this one Agent Ant. Agent Ant. Heck yes. Agent Ant. Lovely jubbly. There we go, Agent Ant. Chickaboom. Done, dilly and done. Right, we've got this one. I'm going to call this one Richard Compton, who was the last person to subscribe to the channel. There we go. Richard Compton. I don't think he's inside of the actual live chat. Hopefully he's still watching. But there we go, Richard Compton. You've been immortalised as whatever that is. Yeah, I don't even want to know what that is, to be honest. It looks like, you know, when that COVID thing was happening a little while ago? I don't know if anybody remembers it. You know, it was been and gone in a week. Bloody bane of our lives. But yeah, it looks like a 3D rendition of COVID. But there you are. That's you. Okay, right, here we go. Unpleasant to eat. We're going to go for this one. Oh, Dorp Wangle just sent me over a freaking gifted membership. Well, let's use that one. Let's use Dorp Wangle. There we go, Dorp. Thank you very much, Dorp Wangle. There we are. Dorp Wangle, as a thank you back, you're being immortalised as a green cabbage-like looking dinosaur-looking thing. I don't know what you would call that. It's kind of got a rat's face. What? Why? Why is your name part of the freaking... You got profanity filtered, mate. Okay. Well, I tried to call you Dorp Wangle. Right, I'm going to try and wangle this in. Okay, let's cheat the system. Ha! Got ya! Frickin' in! Dorp Wangle, you're there. There we are. That was weird, though. Okay, doesn't age. That'd be a nice ability. I don't mind getting old, like, organs-wise, but it'd be nice if we didn't get so blinking broken down, you know, like outside edge and like joint pains and stuff. You know, yeah. That'd be nice. Like lobsters. Can't we be lobsters? You know, here we go. Q, we're going to call this one Q Creator, who just picked up a membership as well. There we go, Q Creator. I have heard of Q Creator out there in the verse. I think you're quite a regular anyway. Q Creator received a gifted membership by Dorp Wangle. There we go. Q Creator. Locked in. Done, diddly and done. So, let's have a look what else is inside of this lovely system. Right, a scaly planet. Well, the bubble planet, the propping planet, actually surprised me last system. So let's go there. Yeah, or at least keep my hair, says Fraser Jones. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, I've still got a good head of hair. I don't think I'm going to go bald until I hit, like, my 90s. Both my granddads kept their hair. The funny thing is, though, my dad is actually bald. But they say that it skips a generation, don't they, baldness? But even if I was bald, I have shaved all my hair off in the past. And I look okay with a skinhead, to be honest, so... either way. Right, let's go. Boom. I mean, I do like having hair. You know, I feel quite blessed that I have got my hair. I know how lucky I am. But at the same time, yeah, no hair wouldn't really upset me too much, to be honest. Right, here we go. Let's go. Okay, around we go. If I did lose all my hair, I'll grow my beard out a little bit more, I think. I think a bald hair and a beard really has gravitas, you know? It's like if you've been watching The Witcher on Netflix, there's a guy in that called Dijkstra. He's a bit of a git. No one likes him. But he looks cool. He looks freaking cool. He looks the part. You wouldn't mess with him anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, forget lobsters. Squids. I quite like cuttlefish because they can all change colour and they look freaking alien. If there was any creature on this planet and somebody said, that's alien, and they pointed at either a cuttlefish or an octopus, I would agree with them. Out of all the creatures on this planet, I think they're the most likely candidates to have been from another planet. I just can't work out how they evolved in the way that they have, where nothing else has evolved in a similar sort of way. Cuttlefish, octopuses, I think could be aliens. Yeah. Sweet. I'm going to grow a beard, says Coffee Chaos. Nice. Hair needs maintenance. No wonder why people shave their heads. Yeah, this is true. That's true. Yeah. At least if you're bald, you know, that's one less thing to think about in the mornings, isn't it? If you are going to grow a beard, though, and you don't like maintenance, if you don't maintain your beard, they get rather itchy. They get itchy, mate. So you might not want to grow a beard because they're problematic. If you get them too big, anyway. And I don't like having too much hair underneath the lip because you're going to get soup on it and freaking milk and loads of other stuff. You always forever, oh, have I got something there, have I? Oh, God, I'm a mucky pup. It happens. You can't help it if you've got a beard right under your lip. if you're going for a beard, try and go for a style that cuts away from the lip. You know, I've got an actual channel there, so if I do dribble, it's got a channel. You know, it doesn't leave crusty stuff in your beard. Yeah, it's the practicalities. Beards aren't very practical. I have no idea why we evolved to have beards, right? It's like the aquatic ape theory, right? You know, if you look at like things like walruses and stuff, they've got hair in places to stop the water going in their eyes or going in their mouth. Like they've got a tash and they've got eyebrows. Well, we've got eyebrows and we've got a tash. It's almost like we evolved in the same way that walruses did. So you know when the Beatles done that song, I am the walrus, I am the Eggman, I think they're trying to tell us something. I think aliens may have come to our world at some point and not made us from primate DNA, but actually made us from walrus DNA. I am the Eggman, I am the walrus, cuckoo, cuckoo. I think that's a secret freaking message right there, people. Have I just started my own conspiracy theory? Maybe. Maybe I have. Right, there we go. There we are. Done. We get that in there. Lovely jubbly. Let's go on over here. Let's start naming this then. Oh, look. We can do all the creatures there. Lovely. Rename. Old Explorer in the house. He's actually zoologically categorized loads of planets. I wouldn't even like to guess how many he's done now. He got 100 like planets catalogued like years ago. This one's got barbed feet. It hasn't even got feet. How fudge do you work that one out? Freaking procedural text. All right. We're going to call this one Coffee Chaos. There we are. Coffee Chaos. Coffee Chaos. There it goes. There we are. You're on a planet on your own. Well, it's kind of, yeah, that'll work. There we go. Right, now where are we going? We're going to go over to this one here. It's a capped planet. Oh, I do like the capped planets, like little shroomy planets. Let's hope that this one's got more life than this one. I do like all the visual distortions on this one, but, you know, I've seen this sort of planet, 10 a penny. So far, the best planet of the whole stream, I think, is that lush planet we was just on that looked like it had mossy rocks all over it. I think that one was really quite cool. I guess. Main saves has two... that's a lot. That's a big number. 2,255 as of today. Old Explorer is definitely an explorer that has explored a lot of planets, people. Zoologically catalogued. That means every single creature on a planet he has found. And he's done that 2,255 times. Everybody's got their niche. Everybody's got their thing that they enjoy doing in No Man's Sky. Old Explorer is cataloguing creatures. Sweet, nice. That suits me perfectly, says Coffee Chaos. Lovely. Well, there we go. It was quite an actual cool creature, actually, Coffee Chaos. Nice. I would like a planet to myself, to be honest. That would be awesome. I do like to have social interaction, but there's those times where coming up here to my little man cave is just such a godsend, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of space away every now and again. I do like my own space every now and then. Yeah, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that. Daniel Hipley in the house, 07. Oh, it says Daniel Hipley, but he's changed his name. It now says Daniel for Isotation. What the fudge is that, mate? Oh, something that Coffee Chaos has been urging me to do as a video. It's been hitting me up saying, check out the Quicksilver store, because the Quicksilver stuff inside of the store has actually frozen. The progress bar hasn't moved for about 4 days. Since, roughly, when they actually changed the expedition time. Which also makes me think that there could be a bit of a bug. I'm going to go up into the spatial anomaly in a moment. We'll do this planet quickly. We'll do this one planet. I'll give you the coordinates for the system. Then we're going to go and check the spatial anomaly and see if that counter has physically stopped. I've also got the No Man's Sky Assistant app that should give me a little bar chart that should show whether indeed it has actually stopped. Because if that's the case, maybe when they changed the times for the actual expedition, they also stopped the timer on the Quicksilver bar. Ah! What the fudge happened there? I just got tossed around like a freaking roustabout on a merry-go-round. Okay, that is a thing, by the way. Right, there we go. Let's get out of the chair. Is there only one creature here? Because if there is, we could just skip this one. There's only one creature here. Yeah, we've seen it a million times. All right, you know what? Let's just go to the spatial anomaly. As nice as the capped planets are, I'll give you the coordinates as well. If you want to come here and find that creature, you're more than welcome to. I do like the terrain on this planet. This planet does look quite sweet, but there you go. There's the portal codes for over here. There's a couple of planets I didn't visit inside of this system. So if you do want to make any of these your home, go for it. Heck yes. Anyway, let's head on up to the spatial anomaly and let's do some investigations. Right, there we go. Zoom. Oh yeah. Let's head on in. Dum dum dee dee dum dum dee dee dum dum. Investigation music. Dum dum dee dee dum dum dee dee do 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 do. Captain Steve on an investigation. Ha ha ha. Let's go see. All right. Oh, I can smell my dinner. It smells like roast chicken. Yum yums. All right. That'd be nice if it's roast chicken. My nose very rarely lets me down. I will visit for sure, says Quick Zero Perez. Nice one. I guess. Yeah, same. Airless planets where I can watch the stars. That is a nice bonus with the airless planets. You're quite right to point that out. I think every planet and every biome does have its niceties about them. Sometimes it's harder to spot them than others. But, let's head on over. Let's go and have a look at this progress bar. So the last time I looked at this, we was actually just about to unlock Tier 2. Tier 2 is unlocked, but I do remember somebody saying to me, you can now get the 2 things inside the store. Okay. Well, we got them now. Right, let's bring up the No Man's Sky system app. Let's have a look. No Man's Sky system app. And Community Missione. Okay, yeah, it's saying 39%, so it is locked onto here. It is correct. Just wanted to check that the app is actually following line. But if you press down here... Oh, okay. And then you click on this progress tracker bar at the top there. It brings up the community mission viewer. And in here... Yeah, Coffee Chaos is right. Look at that flat line. Look at that flat line. Complete flat line. And that flat line started... Get this, let's have a look. It started around the 30th. The 30th of October. It stopped on the 30th of October, people. Apparently it stopped on the 30th of October. That flat line, 30th of October. Oh, that's probably a bit better. 30th of October is when it stopped. That's interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Okay, yeah, I might have to do a video on that Coffee Chaos. I think you're quite right. So I'll probably pick that up. There you are, actually, 31st. 31st of October. 31st of October, that's roughly when this stopped. Interesting. Interesting indeedy-doody. There we are. Cracking up. Mission Imp. What's that all about? Oh, Mission Imp. This has never happened before in No Man's Sky history. Oh, it has. They have frozen it before. If you want, ooh. What they done is they froze it before, and then I think they realised, and about a week later they unfroze it and unlocked everything all at once. It has happened in the past, but I can't remember what the wards were. They were not very special. Let's just put it that way. One sec. Let's just jump in my ship, out of my ship, since I've got myself 2 new decals. And what I've just noticed inside the app is actually displaying what's coming next inside the Quicksilver store. So a little bit of other news. So when I do my news video tomorrow, all the people that are watching this right now are going to get tomorrow's news today. Today. Okay, so if I come out of there, go back into the app. Oh, I need to completely close it down. Let's go back in. Boom. Let's go into community missions. And if I hit previous next. Oh, no, they haven't. It's not in there yet. The next rewards are not in there yet. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Next. No. The only ones it's showing are these. However, I have been sent all the images that are inside of the game right now. And there are some interesting things that are coming into the game, but it looks like they haven't been given the actual designation of Quicksilver item yet. I will show those in tomorrow's news video. I'll show them in tomorrow's news video. I will use them on the thumbnail as well to get people to click it. And I'll leave that a bit secret for the next, like, what? Well, not 24 hours, because I'll probably put it live around 1 p.m. like in the UK. And over in the US, that's about 8 a.m. right now with this whole time zone shenanigans. But yeah, I'll be showing you what is to come that might be Quicksilver. It might not be. We will see. I like that little red. It looks like a giant smoke detector. Look at that. That better not start beeping when the batteries get lower, else that's going to be annoying. I freaking hate it when smoke detectors do that. And who's got those batteries, those square batteries just laying around willy-nilly in their house? No one. That's who. So you have to jump on Amazon to get one. And the whole time you're waiting for it to turn up, you got beep, beep, beep. And it does it all freaking night and there's nothing you can do about it. You press the button to turn the freaking thing off, and all it does is alarms at you then. Yeah, don't like smoke detectors. They're gits. I mean, yes, they save lives and that, but they also keep you awake if batteries go dead. You're probably saying, Captain Steve, just buy a few extra, keep them in a drawer. I do that, and then I forget when I get to the last battery that it's my last battery. I usually buy 3 at a time. But anyway, people, I better get going now because I'm going off on random tangents and completely talking air biscuits. Anyway, goodbye, and goodbye again, people. Cheerio.